Hey, Cancer Leo, welcome into your Cancer season tarot reading. I thank you so much for tuning into this message. If you're new here, my name is Gabrielle. Welcome in. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back, my love. And if you're a channel member tuning into this message early, I love you so very much. And if you are a Patreon member tuning in, hey, y'all, love you. Thank you for your love and support. All right, if you want to become a member for early access to readings, join the channel. If you want access to the astrology love, full moon, new moon, bi-monthly messages, collective energy readings, that's over on Patreon, okay? We're going to start with the tarot here for this round of messages for this season. So Divine Universe, show me here what Cancer Leo can expect or what they need to know. What messages, whatever will serve them best and their highest good for Cancer season. What do they need to be aware of? Cancer Leo energy. Okay. Ooh. The 7 of Wands with the 5 of Wands came out together. Okay, so you could be dealing with something that is challenging you to stand your ground. Some sort of argument. Multiple people trying to get their point across or trying to get their way. I think there's a way to find harmony in this energy though, Cancer Leo, because it seems like there is a way for all those wants and desires to be met. Okay, this could be within a family or a work situation. Take it as it resonates. With the 6 of Cups, yeah, there's a way to find harmony through whatever this challenge is or whatever's challenging you. Maybe you're trying to avoid disappointing someone or multiple people. Clarify. Thank you. Yeah, 3 of Swords. Maybe you've been kind of wrestling with whatever this is for a minute, trying to figure out a way to make everybody happy and avoid having certain people feeling betrayed or let down or disappointed. Yeah, this is about your relationships. This could be within a relationship, like a romantic one, friendships, family. Trying to keep the peace. I feel like you might be put in a position here, Cancer Leo, where you're going to have to play peacemaker or peacekeeper. Because even the solution with the 7 of Wands might still make someone feel like their needs aren't being met. So maybe this is a lesson and you can't necessarily control what other people feel. You can give people the world and it still not be enough. You can, you know, that's why people pleasing doesn't really lead you down the right path, right? It can definitely drain you, but it's a never ending well. Like it's nonstop. You might be dealing with people who are just never satisfied with anything. So no matter what you do, it's always going to be a problem. It's always going to be unfair, or it's always going to feel like a slight. So I don't know. Maybe this is a time where you might need to reevaluate your connections. Okay, how you're showing up, or like the energy you're pouring into those kind of dynamics. If I'm tapping into some sort of relationship that you have here, Cancer Leo, where it's like no matter what you do, it's always going to be a problem, or it'll just never be enough, or they'll always want more. It's like nobody can just be satisfied. Nobody's willing to commune or find harmony or compromise except you. I don't know. Maybe that's a leaf you're turning over here. Because maybe there's a desire that you have, and maybe you're the normal one, or normally the one that's like, maybe you're the normal one. Maybe that's how you feel in this dynamic. Like everybody else is a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and you're the only sane one in the bunch. Maybe. Okay? Because that's not what I meant to say, but I think normally you might be the one that's kind of like, it is what it is, it's whatever, like a little bit more mutable, a little bit more flexible. more open to making sure other people are happy than your own happiness. But it feels like you're at a juncture or a point here where what you want or what you desire has to be considered too. And I think you're dealing with people who aren't used to considering your desires and your wants. Like, oh, you'll go along with whatever. You know what I mean? And maybe that's changing the world here. Yeah, maybe something in you has shifted. Maybe you're learning how to be a better... That's what it is. 5 of Cups with the 3 of Swords. You are very used to sacrificing yourself for the sake of other people's wants and desires. Because seeing other people happy makes you happy, or just being able to make someone happy makes you happy. You know what I mean? And people know that, Cancer, Leo. The people who are around you, who are also in this 5 of Wands with you, they know that. So that's why they push for their happiness. But it seems like you always end up in the 5 of Cups, 3 of Swords energy though. Getting the short end of the stick. And maybe that's done with the World, because there's 2 World cards in this particular deck. The Dream Visions Tarot. 2 World cards. That's the inner world, and then there's one that represents the outer world. Something in you is shifted. You are now becoming your own lover. If no one else is going to look out for you, Cancer, Leo is going to start looking out for themselves. So yeah, it might cause a little bit of tension. Yeah, it could ruffle some feathers. It might be a surprise to some people. But they'll have to adjust in the same way that you've adjusted. Fair is fair. 6 of Cups, balance, harmony. Yeah, I think this is the end of you being overly concerned. Key word, overly concerned. There's nothing wrong with being concerned for people's well-being, wanting people to be happy, wanting your loved ones to be cared for, but being overly concerned to the point of your own detriment is a cycle I feel like Spirit's trying to get you to close out. And close out and move on from. Here's your energy. You're the Chariot for me as a cusp reader. That's what I mean, because you're the one that has the energy, the willpower, the care to make things happen. And again, you do derive a lot of joy from that, and there's nothing wrong with that, Cancer, Leo, okay? There's no need to judge yourself for that, but you have to make sure that you also kind of put your stake, your iron in the fire, your steak on the grill, okay? You deserve to eat just like everybody else is eating. Make room. I think you are carving out space for yourself, and I like this energy for you, Cancer, Leo. I do. I'm definitely confirming something that you might be going through with the High Priestess creeping out here. 7 of Swords, I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, I think you're dealing with a group of people, or you're in some sort of dynamic where people are used to getting their way with you, or having their way with you. Even again, pushing, oh, I really did it, you know what I mean? When it might not even be that serious or that dire, but sometimes people get off on watching other people sacrifice for them. I want you to go without so I can have, because that makes me feel better. Knowing that, you'd be surprised. Knowing that they took something from you, or knowing that, you know, you suffered for them. Sometimes people get off on that. So just be mindful. Right. That's not a home. That's nothing that can sustain stability, okay? 10 of Pentacles in reverse. You might have to let go of some people in this season, okay? And honestly, it might not even be letting them go for some of y'all, because maybe that's not necessarily possible, or that's just, you know, not the dynamic. But you're going to have to let go of that part of you that would sacrifice without thinking, without asking deeper questions. Why is this such a strong desire? Why do you need this? Where is this coming from? Dig a little deeper if that's the case. Like if this is situations and relationships that you can't walk away from, question it a little bit more. Okay? Yeah, 3 of Pentacles, because what it seems like and what I was kind of picking up on is this isn't mutually beneficial. in some respects. This isn't mutually beneficial. Three of Pentacles is a joint effort. It's in reverse. You're the only one efforting because you're the Chariot. I feel like I get this message for y'all. I don't know, maybe if it's just this time of year. It's just hard for you to see with the Eight of Swords at the bottom. I think this is the beginning of you honoring yourself. Okay? 10 of Cups. Come on now. As I say that, honoring yourself. 10 of Cups and the Empress. You're the only one investing in everyone else's happiness, but no one's investing in yours. And that is heartbreaking when you realize that. I don't think anybody in this energy with you, because there are other people here, I could feel it. Nobody in this energy with you is actually concerned with what you want and what you need. They're all looking for what they can get. Knowing that you are maybe, again, Empress energy, Chariot energy. You want to see people progress. You want to support and help. You're abundant in your own right. But you're not supposed to necessarily be the engine for people. People have to tap into their own willpower, their own fire, their own solar plexus. Yeah, maybe you need to do some cord cutting at your solar plexus here, Cancer, Leo. Because I feel like there's some people plugged into your solar center to charge them up. Because they can't plug into their own. And that's causing more of a burden than necessary. Again, you don't have to take on everybody's wishes and dreams and desires. It's not always on you to make it happen. Just because you're used to doing that doesn't mean you have to do that. Let people grow and learn in their own time and their own pace. I totally understand, especially if this is maybe children or older adults, young adult, whatever the case may be. And it's like you don't want to see them fall. You don't want to see them struggle. You can be there, but they have to learn. You know what I mean? You can't learn the lesson for them. No matter what they say. You're the one invested in the Six of Cups. You're the one trying to make everything harmonious and peaceful and everything get along. But it seems like there are people invested in not helping you with that. It should be a joint effort. It shouldn't just be on one person. And like I said, now you are stepping into a season where you're focusing on self a little bit more. And honestly, I would say this, I really, and this might sound harsh, but I really would not care on who's upset with that. If it pisses somebody off or upsets someone that you're taking care of yourself, that's not anybody you want to be around or connected to. Period. The people that you surround yourself with should want to see you take care of yourself and happy and healthy and fulfilled. They should also be concerned, is there something on the plate for you to eat, Cancer, Leo? What do you want? If you're not even getting those questions back, again, this might be a moment where you got to reevaluate a lot of your relationships and connections. Okay? Eight of Pentacles, right. The focus is changing. It's shifting. As it should. As it should. If you're overly focused on other people's, again, wishes being fulfilled and you making it happen for them just so they can go, oh, thank you. And then never even ask if you need anything, or, you know what I'm saying? No, don't even, they're not even thinking of the Ten of Cups. They're thinking of their own cup. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Cancer, Leo, because that's rough. Everybody want to talk about the Ten of Pentacles, but don't want to put the work in. That's kind of what I'm getting. And so now what's shifting in you is now you're just going to focus on getting yourself to that Ten of Pentacles. Focus on your wish fulfillment, your happiness, Nine of Cups. What fills you up, Empress? What makes you feel abundant? Nurturing your own, again, solar center. She's looking down at her stomach. Solar plexus 2 inches above your belly button. Okay? Do some cord cutting. I can't get over that. Some of y'all really need to do that because it's draining you and it will continue to drain you. Maybe even for some of y'all to the point where this kind of switch and shift might not happen. You might be stuck. So don't get stuck in this pattern if you're seeing a way out or you're feeling that call. I can't make it up. That's confirmation. That's clarity for some of y'all. You'll be stuck, but you're the chariot. You're not meant to be stuck in that way. You're meant to be in alignment and move. And look what else you got. You got the Ace of Cups at the bottom. I think this is the start of you learning how to love yourself a little bit more and learning what that looks like. It's not always pampering and luxury and, I mean, it can be, right? But self-love is also standing up for yourself, setting a boundary, speaking up for your needs and wants, helping yourself achieve it by thinking ahead, knowing, you know what I mean? Like setting yourself up for the best chance of success. That's also self-love. Doing what you know you need to do to make sure that you're good, you're solid, you're happy. That's self-love. If you got to go take walks, if you know what I'm saying, it doesn't necessarily have to even involve money. Reading a book can be self-love. Solitude can be self-love. Taking yourself out for ice cream or something. Self-love. You see what I'm saying? Like, it could be small things. It doesn't have to be big and grand. But I feel like Spirit wants you to refocus on making sure you're maintaining those little things that make you happy, instead of waiting on people to fill your cup who clearly have no intention of doing so. And then they know that you want that from them. I'm going to tell you that. It's not that they don't know. These are people who are very aware of what they're doing to you and with you. They know that you want that from them, and they're not going to give it to you because it's going to keep you in position to keep feeding them and keep trying to get them to do it. And they won't. You can't make people love you. You can't make people care about you. You can't make people be your friend. You can't force that. Okay? All right. So let's see how these aces are going to manifest here. Thank you, Spirit. Show me how this Ace of Swords is showing up. This Empress energy, this Lover's energy, the World and the Chariot. And this Ace of Cups. What signs will be coming in for Cancer, Leo, connected to these aces and this Chariot? Oh. Thank you. The Lion. There's that Leo energy, the Sun. Instincts, I just heard. Your instincts. You'll feel it. 26 breaking down into an 8. And the Bow. This is going to require courage. You're going to have to find the strength and the courage to set these boundaries with these people and disappoint them. I think that's what it is. You know they're going to be disappointed if they can't get their way with you. Oh, well. I'm sorry that you put it like that. That's my Sag coming out. I'm sorry. Oh, well. And you didn't care about disappointing me. Why? Like, no. You can't live your life like that, Cancer, Leo. Whoever I'm speaking to, my love, you deserve freedom from that. That is not how you're meant to live. And the Angel. I think a lot of angelic energy is coming through in this season. Something about this time of the year. The angels are really active. Showing up for a lot of you who maybe need some encouragement, need a little bit more push to get through some tough terrain and tough situations. Because you know what? I think it even would breaks your heart in a way when you can't do for somebody, which is why you then go above and beyond and sacrifice what you need to sacrifice to do, because I think you are uncomfortable with not meeting the need. But Spirit wants you to look at what needs of your own are not being met. And is anyone invested in meeting those needs? And if not, then that's the space where you got to step in for yourself. And if that takes away the energy and the time and the resources to meet other people's needs, so be it. You got to make peace with that though. Okay? So some of you are going to have contact with your angels. You got the heart here. Aligning your mind and your heart is also going to be very, very important. It seems like the angel is bringing truth to the heart. Something's going to hit your heart chakra in this season that's going to maybe catapult you or catalyze you into this shift of the world. Okay, and you got the fountain. It's time to pour a little bit more into yourself. And again, I know that might feel selfish, but it's needed and necessary because you really can't be your best self for others if you're not taking care of you. And anybody who wants you to not take care of you in lieu of taking care of them is not somebody for you. They're for themselves. And you're just a supply and a resource for them to get what they need and want. Yeah, I think a lot of that vampiric energy, a lot of those like leechy type of vibes, they're not surviving in this shift. There's a lot shifting right now. Okay? So let those shifts happen. And allow that fountain. You know how a fountain works? All the water, there's no new water that's poured into it. It's the same water. It just gets circulated. Some of you are going to have to close those gaps and those holes where the water's pouring out, or the energy is leaking out. And just sit with that circulation like that internal flow for a little bit. This is the season for that too, to recalibrate during Cancer season, especially when it comes to your emotional body. Can we get one more here? Thank you, and the bear. And the deer. That crescent moon on the antlers. This is about you stepping into some form of wisdom here, Cancer Leo. Because I almost feel like whatever this is, it's clear as day. I don't really think it's like muddy, the intentions of whoever's kind of like connected to you in this energy, whoever's kind of pulling on your solar plexus like this. It's clear as day. You just have to embrace that. Like, you got to see it. You got to put that idea in your heart. You got to have the change of heart. This might be even temperance energy. And yeah, some of you having to pour back into yourself, yeah, it might cut off certain people. And yeah, some people might be feeling some type of way about that. But again, that's really not your business. Let people deal with their emotions. Let them grow those muscles and that kind of strength for themselves. Because if you always step in, they're always going to lean on you and they'll always need you. You know what I'm saying? So maybe there's a part of you that needs to be needed that you might be facing during this season. And that's nothing wrong with that. That's not a judgy statement at all. We all have it. Okay? Maybe not all of us, but a lot of us do. Okay? But I feel a spirit saying you need to need yourself. You need to need source. So maybe this is kind of a little bit more time spent with source, with some spiritual energy, could go a long way here. Really benefit you. Really get you to see what you need to see. Because I don't think you can see it because your heart is tied into something. Or it's like you feel bad. There's some sort of guilt trip that's working on you, or that has been working on you. That spirit's trying to get you to cut off. Okay. Let's see what the destined outcome of this. If you can find the courage here, Cancer Leo, to close out those cycles and the way that spirit is guiding you to, what's to come out of that action. patience. Okay? You heal a little bit of the chaos that gets created by these people who are connected to you, and a little bit more trust. Yeah, this might take some time. Okay? This might take some time to heal this chaos that's been created, but stillness is what you need. I can't make it up. You need to sit with source, sit with spirit, sit still. And trust that the chaos will be healed. You're not meant to heal everybody's chaos. Some things have to be healed by... Oh, sweet. There's a cute little birdie. I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted. Interestingly enough, he's taking a bath in the waters. Exactly. You have to trust that the healing will be provided for these people who kind of maybe lean on you for that or pull on you for that. Let them find source. Like, again, I just think it's the sun, it's the Leo vibe that you got, right? Sometimes people want to revolve around you because they haven't activated themselves yet. They haven't connected with source. You look like source. You see what I'm saying? Like, you have that energy, that kind of effect, that kind of a vibe. People probably feel better, healthier, brighter, stronger when they're around you or connected to you, which can be addictive. So this could even be people who are kind of like addicted to you in a way. Addicted to how you make them feel, or again, what you do to go above and beyond to support them. Some of you have a connection here with birds. Or there's like a bird, I don't know, maybe there's like an ancestor that comes through as a bird. Maybe like a hawk or a falcon could be significant. You could see one during this season. Yeah, you got gateway and delight. That fell on top of healing chaos. You've been that gateway to joy when people have been in their own storms. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you don't allow people to find that gateway themselves or become their own gateway, then you're not only doing a disservice to them, but you're also disservicing yourself. And I think that's the dynamic we're tapped into here that kind of needs to come to an end. You can't always be the portal to people's happiness. Like, it's something like that. It's guilt. It's something about guilt. Okay, so maybe lower chakras. I would focus on that if you're dealing with that energy. Can we get one more outcome? Ooh. Like I said, solitude. It's a beautiful form of self-love. Some of y'all need that. It's like you need to experience your own sunshine, your own energy. So much of it is taken by others. You need some for yourself. That's not selfish. People might call it selfish. People might call it rude. People, will have what to say, but I don't really feel like that matters, because what matters is that you're whole and healthy so that you can continue to support and continue to be there and show up as your best self. But anything that's keeping you from that is what's kind of on the chopping block right now. Yeah, I think you need a little bit of a cleanse. You need a little bit of a cleanse energetically from people. Okay, my loves? And trust that the divine will show those who might come to you for healing or seek that kind of support from you. The divine will show up for them in the same way the divine shows up for you. But you got to give space and room for that, okay? Okay. All right, Cancer Leo, this has been your Cancer season reading. I hope you found it helpful and insightful. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Please make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you made it this far in the message. Please also like this reading so it can circulate out to your fellow Cancer Leo cuspers in YouTube land. And if you want to watch readings like this on my channel early and ad-free, okay, you can do so by joining the channel. If you want to tap in again to the astrology, the love messages for the cusp signs, the new and full moon collective readings, and the bi-monthly collective readings, that's all available on Patreon. Different tiers for different access to different readings. If you just want one cusp, you can do that. If you want all of them, you can do that. If you want a mini reading from me every month, you can join at the highest tier, okay? So all of that, again, linked in the description box below. And I'll see you in our next one. Namaste.